let's go ahead and kind of quickly go through the Dodge talk. It was already kind of spoiled. Today would have been the day that it would have been officially announced, but Fox decided to spoil it. Shout out Fox for that. We don't have to go into detail on that, but Dodge will be competing in the Truck Series with the Dodge Ram. They had the model car that Bull sent a picture of it being in the background of a video. They went ahead and put that out. The official picture of the car. I'll go ahead and put that on the screen now for the viewers. But they did not announce a driver or a team that they will be competing with. But realistically, they got to be announcing that fairly soon, I would think. So I just kind of what thoughts do you have on Dodge coming back to Ram? And it said that they are pretty well. I think a part of that they are confirmed to be coming back to the Cup Series eventually. There is no plan on that, and it's not even confirmed that it will be Dodge. It will be a Dodge affiliate. I forget is it Dodge Chrysler? Is that who owns them, or is there somebody else that came in and bought them?
Yeah, it's like Dodge, Chrysler, Nissan, something like that.
Yeah, so theoretically, Nissan, I guess, could be the one that ends up. I don't know why they wouldn't just stick with Dodge, but they didn't say that it's for sure going to be Dodge that joins the Cup Series, which wouldn't really make sense to me. But Nissan has been a really big growing brand recently, so that wouldn't be a bad one to put on there. But what are your guys' thoughts on this? And who do you think in the Truck Series? I got a list of the teams. I have a couple that I'm thinking of. I think we've mentioned this before, but who do you think Dodge is going to be picking up as the first team, starting with Bull?
I don't really know. A couple weeks ago, I had an idea of who I thought it was going to be, and then I actually made a prediction. And then 2026 or 2027, Trackhouse entering with Dodge as a Cup team. But I don't know. I think originally I thought that Spire truck team may make a switch, but I don't know. They've had with their alliance with Hendrick, I don't know if that would be the smartest move. But I don't know. I do love the Dodge coming back, though. I do think the fourth manufacturer is a huge deal for the sport. I think it looks good for NASCAR. It's good for longevity. I think it's a fantastic for NASCAR in itself. And why not? Why not? I hope one of the lower teams takes a chance and moves, becomes that number one teams, and gets all the Dodge support, and adds another big team up there to run with Corey Heim and the Toyotas.
Yeah, I agree. Josh, you got any ideas?
I was thinking it was Spire as well. It just makes sense. Started because Spire has their own truck team too, correct?
Oh yes.
So started down there in the Truck Series and then move it easily up to the Cup. It makes a lot of sense in my brain. As for what is going to come from it, I'm interested to see. As long as I don't have to see a stupid, plain, boring red car with the Dodge sponsor and a 9 on the side of it ever again, I'll be just fine.
The only comment I have on Spire is like Bull mentioned, they have a lot of success with their Hendrick partnership and their Chevy. Chevy's giving them some support. Remember what happened when Legacy announced they were going to Toyota?
They lost everything.
I don't know if Spire can risk that right now. It's going to be 2 to 3 years of a lame duck season. At least with Legacy, they had half a year or so, 3/4 of a season maybe. When you're looking at Spire, Dodge is not going to be in the Cup Series probably until 2027 at the earliest, 2028, 2029 more likely. So I don't think I would put myself in that position this early on. Maybe still have the talks when they move to the Cup Series, but it's not necessarily something that I would risk. And that's kind of the same thing when I look at Front Row. It is a good idea to maybe be that team that brings them the Cup, but I don't know if they want to jump and already switch sides this early in the Truck Series while still running with Ford in the Cup Series. So
I would argue that would actually maybe not be a bad idea though, with this lawsuit and potentially all that chaos that's about to happen anyway.
Yes, but would Dodge want to partner with a team this unstable, uncertain of a future. Like the two teams with the least certain futures in the Cup Series are 23-11 and front row more especially. So I'm not sure I would want to put my eggs in that basket quite yet if I'm Dodge, if I'm trying to legitimately rebuild this program. So then my eyes turn to a McAnally Racing. Like, what really alliance do they have? I mean, they're with Toyota, sure, but are they necessarily fully aligned with Toyota? Nice is one that I find interesting because Nice seems to be a team that kind of thought they might be able to work up the ladder to Cup Series. Because that's the other thing. In theory, if Dodge gets like really partnered with one of these teams, they could move up to the Xfinity Series. They could be Dodge's Xfinity Series extension. They could end up being Dodge's Cup Series extension. So maybe ThorSport, maybe Nice, maybe they see a path to the Cup Series here and decide to take their chance on it. I believe Tricon is literally just Toyota, and they call it Tricon, so I wouldn't throw their hat in the ring there. But I think Nice and ThorSport are two to keep an eye on as potentially being Dodge's vessel, being like Tricon, which is an extension of Toyota Racing, being a Dodge racing team that works their way through the ranks and finds their way to the Cup Series.
I think you're right. I think the best bet is a team who is just in the Truck Series right now, and then hopefully make that expansion into the Xfinity or the Cup Series.
Mm-hmm. And I'm glancing at that of the Xfinity Series, and I don't really see anybody there that would really legitimately be maybe Colleague potentially. You could have picked up, which, like, side note, Colleague is awful this year in Xfinity. Good Lord, this is bad. 17th place is your best driver, and that is the 10 car of I don't even know who, Daniel Dye. That makes sense. Good Lord, I didn't realize how bad they were. Sorry for that diversion, but they went to Cup, and their Xfinity program really, really suffered for that. But yeah, that's enough. Maybe Haas if they want to try and find some way to become relevant again, but I don't really see any of that. So I think Truck Series is really your best bet because I do think Nice has a little more money than you think if they were to consolidate the cars that they have and make that jump to the Xfinity Series and then Cup Series. But there's also Trackhouse, there's also Spire in front row, but I don't think they can make that leap yet. I think that puts you in a shit position for your Cup Series team, which Trackhouse is already in a bad spot, and Spire is in a really good spot right now and probably don't want to risk that.
The only thing I'll say about Nice is they have a partner. I think it's Nice has a partnership with Trackhouse.
Yes, they do.
So that I don't know if that would hurt that at all. It would obviously hurt it going two different manufacturers. But right now they put Ross in that truck quite a bit.
Not if Trackhouse maybe is looking to join Dodge. I mean, it all just depends on how soon Dodge is joining. If that is in line, maybe that's why Trackhouse is performing so badly outside of Ross Chastain. Maybe they've already signed. Maybe there's more behind the scenes than we know. But we can really only speculate from here on. But I'm really excited to see who Dodge ends up going with to start and who else maybe joins the fray.
And that truck that they posted, that was a sharp-looking truck, too. It looked good.
It's a good-looking truck. No doubt. I cannot argue against that whatsoever. I'll throw it up on the screen just one more time for everybody to see. But we aren't even to fly the flag yet, and it's already 30 minutes. So do we want to maybe speed this up?